McKinney's is a 60-plus-year-old company with 15 of them in health products. We've sold and serviced the present products for just over 8 years with exceptional success. We are 80-plus years old, and we believe that our health products have significantly contributed to our wellness without using any prescription drugs. Our company is a family-owned business that provides personalized service of all of our products. Our advanced wellness products include the frequency generator, an excellent exercise machine that does work for you while you relax, plus Sarasota supplement products, and a water purifier that produces pristine water for better health. Today we want to share one of the most amazing devices we have ever come across that has not only dramatically changed our lives for the better, but has helped hundreds of our customers in countless ways. The device is a micro-frequency generator. This device has made a huge impact on the treatment of many diseases for hundreds of people. The technology was originally discovered by scientist Royal Raymond Rife, who discovered that the unique electronic signature of each specific disease can be modified to eliminate nearly every affliction known to man. Listen for a moment to these testimonials on how this device has helped these people.
My name is John Gundersgaard. I've had multiple sclerosis for 15 years, and the multiple sclerosis affects my ability to walk significantly. When I use the machine, I find that I can walk much better for the next couple of days afterwards. I first noticed it when, after the first time I used the machine, I had to go somewhere where I have to climb a significant number of stairs. And it's usually extremely difficult for me to do. But after using the machine, I found that was much, much easier. Since then, I've used the machine for the last 3 months about once a week, and it improves my walking for a couple of days after I do it. It's a significant improvement to my life.
Ever since I was 5 years old, when I had pneumonia, I've been taking antibiotics. They destroyed my immune system, and so frequently I would have to take antibiotics. But about 8 years ago, I got a hold of a bioactive frequency device, and it has saved my life. I don't have to use antibiotics anymore and put up with all the side effects of antibiotics, which were depression and diarrhea, and, well, I guess anybody that's taken antibiotics knows what I mean. And in November, my daughter called and said that her doctor thought she had liver cancer, and he sent her in for all kinds of tests. And in the meantime, I thought, she's got to have one of these machines. And I quickly sent her one, and she started using it right away. And they found out that she doesn't have liver cancer. She had cat scratch disease. And they told her she was going to have to be on antibiotics for 2 years. And she cut the time of taking antibiotics down to 10 days with the use of the bioactive frequency device. We're very happy.
I'm going to be speaking about my son, Rigo Yanez, who ever since he was since he was born, he was suffering through allergies. At first I thought it was asthma, and of course I took him to various doctors in which they gave him various medications. None of them seemed to work. About 3 years ago, I was becoming very concerned because it became very serious. When I went to the last doctor, they had determined that it was chronic allergies. In turn, they recommended various surgeries, which included the removal of his adenoids and his nose. Actually, he was an ENT specialist. After that surgery, he continued to have these problems, and then that's when my father recommended a friend who has the bioactive frequency machine, and after 5 sessions my son improved tremendously with his allergies. As a matter of fact, he was very allergic to animals back then, and we were just able to buy him a dog back in November, and it hasn't affected him since. My mother seen the response that he had, and she was also diagnosed with being diabetic, and after 6 sessions, she also improved in her health.
Hi, my name is Fred Talcott. I'm a chronic emphysema sufferer, and I was made aware of the bioactive frequency machine in 1997 by a colleague at work. She allowed me to have a chance to work with the machine myself, and on the 5th session, on a very, very hot and smoggy day in San Jose, about 101 degrees and the sky was quite brown, I struggled getting from my automobile to her apartment door, and utilized the system, and by the time that I left, I noticed that I was in the elevator and I'd gotten there much too fast. I was so amazed by the results that as soon as I arrived home, I called her to make her aware of this because I had not breathed that freely in perhaps 3 or 4 years prior to that. It was almost as if I was not afflicted at all. I've also used the system for other problems of toxicity and just general body rundown, and have found that it works better than almost anything. For the emphysema, it is the only thing that has caused any kind of really significant improvement in that condition. And for those of you who do not know what emphysema really is, imagine an asthma attack that's going on all the time. It just gets worse periodically.
My name is Carol Ann Bishop, and I purchased this machine for 2 basic reasons. I had extreme acute pain in my left foot from diabetic pain that was eventually causing a limp after 3 years of this pain. And the second issue that's been chronic all my life is allergies. And the allergies were so extreme, they came twice a year, and my eyes would swell up, and I would itch them so bad that I had scabs under my eyes. And it made my life miserable. So because of the extreme pain from the diabetic pain, I used the machine first on my foot. And these sessions took 12 weeks, and the limp and the pain from the foot disappeared and hasn't returned. Next, I set out to work on the allergies, and the allergies took 12 weeks. So it was 2 sessions per week, and the allergies have gone and haven't returned at all. And actually, this machine has been a life-changing experience for me. I didn't think I'd ever come up with anything that would resolve either of these issues.
Is Lori Volberg, and about 2 years ago I came down with symptoms of chronic fatigue, which included sore joints, also brain fog, bad fatigue, very tired. I lived in a bubble of fog, and it was a very difficult time for me, and I used alternative medicines which were not effective at the time, and I was really looking for something that had a good punch that would help me through the edge. So I had found out about this frequency machine, and I did start using the machine. And about the 4th session, I did not start noticing some changes. I was previously had a hard time being around a lot of people, and I found out with the frequency machine, it was easier to be around people. I started clearing my mind with the brain fog started disappearing, the fatigue started going away. Also, the joint pain started going away, and it was pretty much a godsend for me because it was very difficult to be in that other place. After going through those sessions, I also was working with my father, who had come down with some type of virus. The doctors were not sure what to do with him, so I went ahead and started doing some sessions with him, and about the 4th session, he was doing fine. I also used the frequency machine at home with my roommate. I use it for myself if I feel like I'm coming down with a cold or flu, and it's very great to have at home, and it also works on hangovers, which I've done also.
My name is Albert Rodriguez, and I was diagnosed of prostate cancer a malignant prostate cancer with a PSA count of 13. And during the period, on top of this, the doctors wanted to operate on me. I kind of refused the operation due to the fact of complications that can result or may result on a percentage of individuals that go through the prostate cancer operation. I became aware of the bioactive frequency machine, and I started taking treatments. I took treatments for a period of 6 months, and during that period, my PSA count dropped from a 13 to a 3.5. I highly recommend this machine. It worked for me, and I'm sure it's going to work for you or any individual out there that may have a serious health problem.
My name is Valentino De Leon, and I've suffered from severe allergies all my life. Essentially, I've had all the symptoms: runny nose, itchy ears, itchy eyes. It was miserable until I actually undergone some sessions with the bioactive frequency generator. My wife could testify that she thought she was married to Felix Hunger. I've also undergone some sessions for conjunctivitis. I was diagnosed with conjunctivitis, and essentially I chose not to do the antibiotic drops. And my friends ridiculed me because they thought I was crazy. I would have to go through an extreme misery for a couple of weeks. However, after 3 sessions, I essentially rid myself from the conjunctivitis.
It was about 5 years ago. A friend came over. I had a severe cold and used the machine that evening. The next morning I woke up and I was cold-free. I couldn't believe it. It was just gone. We bought a machine immediately. Started using it for, I used it for sinuses. I have gum flare-ups. These things just go away. I just can't believe that the way this works, because you're not really feeling anything. It just seems to go away, these problems. I used it for my arthritis. No pain. Pain's gone. I have a friend that had a bone spur, and she came over and used the machine, and it took about a month, but eventually the bone spur was gone. She was walking pain-free, so it's a wonderful machine. I love it.
Hi, my name is Michael Gamache, and I'm 17 years old. About 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with Epstein-Barr. Totally changed my life. It was a year I had the disease when I completely couldn't live my life the way I like to. I was out of baseball. That's my favorite thing to do. I couldn't go outside and hang out with my friends. I was dead tired all the time. I always slept, and I would have done anything just to get me back on my feet again. And it was then when my mom introduced me to the machine. At that time, I had about 5 sessions before I felt almost 100% again. I was up playing baseball again, out with my friends, and my life's never changed since.